Hello everyone, and welcome to a very Money in the Bank important episode of Monday Night Raw here from, once again, Los Angeles, California. We just can't escape. Here tonight, the Miz kicking things off here tonight against Justin Gabriel in a matchup in which if Justin Gabriel wins, he will not only qualify for Money in the Bank as the Miz. If he will defeat Justin Gabriel, he will qualify for Money in the Bank. Justin Gabriel will earn himself an Intercontinental Championship match next week on Raw if he can defeat the Miz here tonight. We have a very special roulette set up here tonight for Monday Night Raw. We're going to be trying something new, the Raw Roulette. This has been dubbed. Mr. McMahon has said that he has set up a randomizer wheel out back, and I will be fed information on one of the Money in the Bank qualifiers as the show goes on. The third match of the night will be the Raw Roulette match of the night, and it will be several things randomized, including number of participants, what type of match it's going to be, and who those participants are. And I'll be fed each one of those three as the show goes on, starting with the number of the participants. Okay, so first things first, I have been told I'm allowed to reveal the first result as it is now being decided. And we have been informed that the first Raw Roulette matchup, this may be the only Raw Roulette, we're waiting to see feedback on what you guys think of this matchup, but here tonight there will be a triple threat match to determine one of the participants for the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. So that much I can confirm, it will be a triple threat. Next up, we'll be finding out after this matchup, once this match has concluded, we'll be finding out the stipulation for said triple threat match. So here we go, the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz, up against Justin Gabriel, a former United States Champion. Yes, that is correct. I don't know why I had to correct myself there. Miz has known to brutally hurt Justin Gabriel in the past. He has defeated Heath Slater, and last week he returned against Wade Barrett as he attempted to take over the core. Can The Miz once again destroy Justin Gabriel and qualify for his second ever Money in the Bank ladder match? Last year, The Miz competed in Money in the Bank, won SmackDown's Money in the Bank ladder match, and went on to become WWE Champion. Could history repeat itself? Could The Miz be a Money in the Bank winner 2 years in a row? And could he become a WWE Champion once again here on Raw? Beautifully executed move there by Justin Gabriel. He's taking quick control of the Intercontinental Champion in our opening matchup here tonight on Raw. I'm very excited about this Raw Roulette, but I'm also excited to find out who the first three participants of the Money in the Bank ladder match are going to be, as we will find one of those three here tonight. In our main event, we've got John Cena and Kane coming at you with an Extreme Rules collision. The winner of that matchup will be taking part in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And as I said before, in the third match of the night, we're going to be finding out from the Raw Roulette who will be competing in that triple threat match, what kind of a match that's going to be. Could really steal the show, you know, we could have a triple threat Hell in a Cell. You never know what we're going to get, but I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to finding out. Every superstar who is not already booked for tonight's episode of Raw has been entered down on the Raw Roulette wheel. It's going to be a real interesting outcome there. Been informed by Mr. McMahon that in honor of the great performances of the women's division in the past year, and especially last week when Tiny Shiny won the Women's Championship for the second time from Kelly, there will be an honoration of one of the most overlooked and underappreciated women on Raw, as she will be competing in a match next, we've been told. Can't wait to find out exactly what that one is. Mr. McMahon is insistent that this is going to be a treat you do not want to miss. One of the greatest women's competitors of all time, very overlooked, very underappreciated, will be competing to change that in our next matchup. I've got to say, Justin Gabriel really getting some offense in on The Miz here. This is definitely a determined side of Justin Gabriel. I mean, you think Justin Gabriel at one point, I'd say, was very close to becoming a top star on SmackDown and becoming WWE Champion. Him and The Miz have had their run-ins in the past. I absolutely think at one point these two could have faced off for the WWE Championship over on SmackDown. Gabriel was making waves. I think since coming here to Raw, that momentum has sizzled down a little bit, but I think there's still time for it to pick back up. A former WWE Tag Team Champion, a former United States Champion, Light Heavyweight Champion. Justin Gabriel has held quite a few titles in his time here, and I think he could add another one to his collection next week if he can defeat The Miz. The Miz is definitely being surprised right now by the performance of Justin Gabriel, but that's the difference between the element of surprise, you know. The last time we saw these two face off, I believe The Miz got a cheap shot in on Justin Gabriel. Very early on, Heath Slater came out, tried to help his tag team partner, and in the end that he kind of just ended up watching front row as Justin Gabriel was brutally injured at the hands of The Miz. And I think we're seeing a very determined Justin Gabriel tonight. Not only an Intercontinental Championship opportunity at stake here, but also, more importantly for Justin Gabriel, that potential to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. He's taking all the time in the world to gloat. He really doesn't think Justin Gabriel is much of a challenge, and it shows. Great DDT there by Justin Gabriel as he finds his way out of the ring. Oh, please don't, Justin. Please. I'm begging you, man. Don't do it. I told you not to do it. Face first through the announce table. That might be the opening that The Miz needed. Brie Bella may have just come first hand to watch as The Miz injures. Oh, man. Justin Gabriel. Face first onto that broken table, and The Miz taking a moment to pose in pride. He is so confident that he has got this match in the bag. He doesn't even realize Gabriel right behind him, straight to the back. German suplex, bridging pin, perfectly executed there by Justin Gabriel. Avoids the impact there. It's really anyone's game in this one. Justin Gabriel, groggy on his feet, yes. But he's getting there. Oh, Miz just about missed Justin Gabriel there. Oh boy. This could be the beginning of the end. Gabriel, you gotta look out. Turns around. Skull-crushing finale. Flattens him down. Gabriel got to his feet. Miz didn't see that one coming. Oh! What is Gabriel measuring for here? Kind of clothesline? Oh, it doesn't matter. Miz reversed it. Roll-up attempt here by Justin Gabriel. And he's got the Intercontinental Champion pinned. And he got him! Justin Gabriel just pinned The Miz off of a surprise roll-up to qualify for Money in the Bank and earn an Intercontinental Championship shot next week on Raw. The Miz is stunned. He is in disbelief. As he should be. Justin Gabriel catching The Miz completely off guard with that roll-up. And he has just earned himself an Intercontinental title shot and a spot in the 2011 Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. The question is, in tonight's triple threat, what will the stipulation be? Well, I have been informed that you don't want to go anywhere because tonight's triple threat for a Money in the Bank spot will be 2 out of 3 falls. I believe that is possible in a triple threat. So what that comes down to is that it is the first superstar to 2 falls of the 3 men in the match. That is a fascinating match type we got right there. As I say, anything could happen, and we're going to see more of that as the show goes on. But up next, we're going to find out who this underappreciated women's competitor is as she makes her entrance for some singles competition. Oh! Well, here comes the underappreciated woman in question. Layla! Back in action. I think a lot of people have been wondering what happened to Layla. To say a very overlooked part of the women's division. He's not wrong to say that, but it is a little bit of an odd thing to point out, as McMahon himself is the man responsible for the booking of this division. If someone he feels is underutilized, it is his job to make them utilized. Nonetheless, Layla, great to see her back in action. It's been quite some time. This song is horrible. Who's her opponent going to be? What the? Who's it? Wait. Oh no.
Accompanied by Mr. McMahon from Greenwich, Connecticut, Stephanie McMahon.
It looks like the nepotism. That is a very tiny logo. It looks like the nepotism has spread to the women's division too. This must be what he really meant when he said overlooked, underappreciated, greatest competitor. He wasn't talking about Layla. He was talking about one of the only people who hasn't debuted yet. His own daughter, Stephanie McMahon. You gotta be kidding me. She doesn't exactly look ready to compete in that outfit. I'm that damn good, she claims. Alright, well, let's see what you got, I guess. It's great to see Layla back in competition. I really thought that's what we were getting at. McMahon decided to take a front row seat as his daughter competes in her debut match. What is Stephanie McMahon capable of? Well, I'll tell you what, Layla is someone who, ever since the departure of partner Michelle McCool, who retired earlier in the year, we haven't really seen a whole lot of Layla, admittedly, no. Submission hold by Stephanie. Very curious to see exactly what Stephanie can do. I forgot to change that little pink bit on her attire, and it's really bugging me. McMahon's are taking over Monday night. Stephanie joining the women's division. Shane in the men's division. How long before Mr. McMahon himself decides to get involved in in-ring competition? Hey, Stephanie seems to be trying her best to find her way so far, but Layla is a very experienced part of the women's division. Always kind of been trying to find her feet a little bit, though, and I don't think she's necessarily found her place in the women's division just yet. This could be a good breakout match for Layla, much to the dismay of the McMahon family. You know what happened the last time McMahon debuted here on Monday Night Raw? Shane McMahon went through a barricade courtesy of the light heavyweight champion, Zack Ryder. I've been told that McMahon has already got the rounds for the Raw Roulette determined, but I'm not to reveal who the first participant is until this match is over. And each participant in that triple threat will be revealed kind of to you as they make their entrance. I'm going to be very curious to find out who exactly is going to be in this Raw Roulette matchup. Completely randomized participants. 2 out of 3 falls. Triple threat match. Very, very interesting match type. I've never seen a 2 out of 3 falls multi-man match, but that is apparently a possibility. That is something that can happen in the wrestling world, and well, I'm curious to see what happens. I'll put it that way. A 2 out of 3 falls triple threat. It definitely brings interest to me. I can't speak for everyone else, but I'm very curious about it as we see that big kick by Layla. Beautifully executed. Really got a lot of height on that one. Stephanie kicks out. I've got to say, Stephanie seems to be enduring a lot of punishment right now at the hands of Layla. It's a very bad dropkick. I don't even know why that was ever mocap. That is so bad. Stephanie McMahon looks to be in some real serious trouble right now. She's going to have to try and pull one of those Justin Gabriel style roll-ups if she wants to win this one. Massive superplex, center of the ring. Layla goes for the cover. Noticing Mr. McMahon seems to be growing more and more stressed at ringside, seeing his daughter get beaten down like this. I mean, that was hardly a wrestling move, but it was effective. Layla's just doing her job. I know McMahon's maybe not going to be such a big fan of it, but she's simply doing what she is out there to do. You don't walk into a building knowing you're going to lose.
Oh, she does it again. Big kick echoing around the arena. And there's the face buster.
Layla now going for a submission hold. Her father not having any of this. He looks furious at ringside at what Layla is doing to his daughter. But hey, she signed up for the in-ring competition. She's getting it. It's the same thing that happened with Shane. Flat down there.
The kick connects. Look at this submission here. That surfboard causing so much pain.
There was a great escape there of that submission hold, and
Mr. Target there. Layla controlling the head.
I'll tell you what is Mr. McMahon gonna do if Stephanie McMahon suffers a loss, much like her son did. You know, to this day, Shane McMahon still hasn't won a match. Now Stephanie joining the scene. One of his kids has got to make him proud, right?
I thought Layla was going to get it there.
That's the executed move there. Reverse DDT. Layla going into the cover, and McMahon actually getting involved at ringside.
And now the manager is completely distracted. And with his back to the action like this, anything can happen. Oh, what a painful kick.
Stephanie backing up. What's she looking to do here? Oh, slap across the face of Layla. We'll pretend that connected, shall we?
Into the headlock.
Layla now looking once again. Big kick to the face. Delivered beautifully. Such force behind it. And McMahon. Layout, I think. Layla going into the cover, and Stephanie McMahon, she's just going for a second one. Why not? McMahon is livid at ringside, and here's another cover attempt by Layla, and his daughter suffers a loss right in front of his eyes. I know it's not what he likes to see, but it is what it is, and it's a victory for Layla. Man seems to have stormed out from ringside. Well, nonetheless, a huge congratulations on the return for Layla as we move towards our triple threat 2 out of 3 falls match, in which we will find out who is in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And first things first, we have been told that making his first appearance since winning the Hardcore Championship, the Great Khali will return to Raw with the Hardcore title for this matchup. This Money in the Bank qualifier, 2 out of 3 falls, already off to just a tremendous start. The Great Khali will be making his way to the ring. He has no idea who his 2 opponents are. We have no idea. It will be randomized with the Raw Roulette, and I'm very curious to find out who it's going to be. No other words needed. Let's not mention the fact he's Hardcore Champion. Let's not say where he's from. Just say his name. The Great Khali makes his way down to the ring for the first ever 2 out of 3 falls triple threat match. I can't wrap my head around the fact that this is actually a match we're going to see. I'm very fascinated to see it play out. I've got to say, already, one of the most talented wrestlers in the entire industry making his entrance. into this one, so you know you're in for a treat, and you know I definitely randomized it. I promise you, 100%, when you see the participants for this match, you will believe me when I say I randomized this. This is a treat. I can't reveal who they are, but the Raw Roulette has determined who is going to be in it. I have a feeling you guys are going to want the Raw Roulette more often. So next up we got the former #1 contender for the WWE Championship.
From Houston, Texas, weighing 256 pounds, Booker.
He's had his taste of competing at the top of the totem pole. Can Booker T qualify for the 2011 Raw Money in the Bank? Can he join Justin Gabriel in that 2011 Raw Money in the Bank ladder match? And the better question, who's next? What superstar did fate decide would be in this Money in the Bank qualifying 2 out of 3 falls triple threat match? I'll tell you one thing, you definitely couldn't guess. I'm making it sound like it's such a joke. It's not. It's just unusual. It'll make sense. Introducing. Yep. The style of booking is looking very familiar. I'm starting to think I've realised how WWE book a lot of their matches. Hunico is competing in one match, a 6-man battle royal for a contendership of the Light Heavyweight Championship, in which he lost to R-Truth. He made it right to the final, too, but he's only had one match under his belt, and his second one ever could be qualifying for the Money in the Bank ladder match. I will be completely biased and say hands down my pick to win this is going to be Booker T. I have no problem admitting that to you all right now. It's too soon for Hunico, if ever. And I just don't know how well the Great Khali would mesh in a Money in the Bank ladder match, I'll be honest. One of these guys will be joining Justin Gabriel, though. Let's find out who it's going to be. 0 points on the board, 20 minutes to pick up 2 falls to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. This is the first ever Raw Roulette match. Now let me know down below in the comments. I've been requested by the Raw General Manager, Mr. McMahon, to find out amongst you all if the Raw Roulette is something that you would like to see more often here on Monday Night Raw, or if you think this should be the only time this ever happens. Now, traditionally, in a real-life wrestling world, I think if you saw a match that involved the Great Khali and Hunico, I think I know that you would probably not vote it in. But if I know you commenters like I think I do, I have a funny feeling this won't be the last Raw Roulette we ever see. The Great Khali doing a triangle choke. I could never imagine that, ever. Especially how fluidly he locked that in. On paper, I would have to say Booker T would win this any day. Unless we're talking like 2007 just debuted Great Khali, then they might give him the win. However, I have a feeling Hunico's gonna win. Tonight, we'll find out who will join Justin Gabriel in the 2011 Money in the Bank ladder match in a month's time, as this triple threat match will determine one participant. We also know that coming up in another couple matches' time, John Cena will take on Kane one more time in an Extreme Rules match in which the winner will head to the 2011 Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm very curious to see who exactly is going to claim that third spot. Still 3 more spots to be taken in the next, I think, 4 weeks. Drop kick to the back of the head of Booker T by Hunico there as he tries to find himself in this matchup. There's a lot of things in this match that should point to how randomized this was. Be it a triple threat stipulation, be it be it a 2 out of 3 falls? I'm gonna be completely honest. You should definitely understand that this was in fact heavily randomized. For those wondering how I did it, I used a randomizer wheel, wrote in each thing, and then just went with the first results I was given. I just couldn't believe it. At first I wasn't sure whether to put the Great Khali in, since he is supposed to be appearing exclusively on ECW whilst holding the Hardcore title, but I feel it's permittable because this is an important matchup. He should be allowed to come over here. It just means that should he win, he will not be able to appear on Raw for the rest of the build to Money in the Bank. But he should still be given a fair spot. Oh, Great Khali, vice grip over the head of Hunico, the Hardcore champion. Oh man, brutalizing. Poor little Hunico. This is only his second match ever. Goes for a cover, and the Great Khali almost picked up the first of what would need to be 2 victories to come out with a win. And I'll tell you what, it seems like Booker T and the Great Khali have both decided that Hunico is going to be the easy target in this matchup. And Hunico perhaps trying to prove him wrong with that low blow. Booker T now got the Great Khali set up. Big superplex brings the Hardcore champion down. They would be wise, if you ask me, to take this to the outside, try and get some of their falls out there. I don't necessarily think you're going to see a whole lot of pinfalls happen inside the ring in a triple threat match. I'm very curious how we're ever going to see 2 falls. When I'm not even entirely sure we'll see 1. Great Khali stepping over the ropes.
That could signal some form of nerve damage.
Hunico now suplexing Booker T into the ring. Great Khali's caught him and drops the knee. Booker T looking to be hurt. The Great Khali goes in for, I think that was a cover attempt. I'm not entirely sure what he just did. This video game Khali is incredibly fluid with movement, I'll tell you that much. Just grinding the face of Hunico off of the rope.
Hunico's in trouble. Oh my word, what a nasty headbutt.
Great Khali completely dismissing Booker T as he goes for a cover attempt there, and Hunico kicked out. Oh my god, look at the strength on Booker. Flapjack to the Great Khali.
He's spending more time outside the ring than in it. Khali, what?
I'm so curious if we'll even get a winner. I mean, it's another possibility here. We may not even see anyone walk out with a victory in this one. Fascinated by the outcome we got here, though. Names like Wade Barrett, Heath Slater, not Randy Orton, Bret Hart, British Bulldog, Shawn Michaels, Nemesis Jetstar. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. Shane McMahon, Zack Ryder. There were so many people on that list, and it went for the strangest 3 possible. I was honestly expecting it to just be like a one-on-one. It would just end up with like Nemesis and Jetstar being forced against each other. You know, just kind of look at it and go, of course it was. Or like a Hell in a Cell match or something. I was expecting something really ridiculous. So to be fair, 2 out of 3 falls is the lesser demon to what it could have been. Hunico breaking up. It was clearly going to be a look for the end there from the Great Khali. And I think maybe Hunico and Booker need to work together on the Great Khali, frankly. Hardcore champion proving to be a real threat.
Here it comes. Watch it.
Hunico crashed and burned, and Booker, big kick to the face. Go for the cover. Go for the cover now, Booker. This is your opening. Yes, that's right. Cover on the Hardcore champion, and Booker T picks up 1 of the 2 needed falls. Great Khali donning on hell of a crimson mask. Oh, here he is due to defend his Hardcore Championship tomorrow night against Ryback. Ryback is currently injured. I'm not entirely sure how that one's going to work out, but Great Khali is due to defend the Hardcore Championship against Ryback tomorrow night on ECW, and considering the damage he's taking here tonight, could be very favourable for Ryback. But as I say, Ryback, I was told he wouldn't be back until Judgment Day. I'm not really sure how that's going to go down. Prior to the injury sustained, though, Ryback was voted into the Hardcore Championship match. Booker with a scoop slam as he goes for the cover here on the Great Khali. Oh, I was going to say, Hunico nowhere near the ring there. That was almost a victory for Booker T. You only need to pick up 2 pinfalls in this matchup. It's basically the first of 2. I don't know why they say 2 out of 3 in this situation. Maybe it's like the first to get 2 out of these 3 guys. It's going to be a bit more than 3 pins if each one of these gets 1. 2 out of 5, 4. Just a reminder, Booker T is 1 pinfall away from qualifying for the 2011 Money in the Bank, and I gotta say, he is hands down the guy I'd like to see qualify. Great performance against Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Brilliant bookend there on Hunico. Great Khali is dazed. He's not realized the pin. Booker is going to Money in the Bank. Beautiful stuff. The perfect outcome. Booker T is Money in the Bank bound. The playing field is that little bit more set now. Justin Gabriel and Booker T set for Money in the Bank. 2 superstars who that briefcase would greatly benefit in breaking out for the first time in their careers. That is absolutely what Money in the Bank is about, and I think these 2 could both really benefit from it. What a victory for Booker T. As we move towards our next match of the night. Tag team action. They've been incredibly dysfunctional for the last few weeks, including losing their World Tag Team Championship rematch last week on Raw. But here tonight, the Power Trip, Vader and Kevin Nash are going to give it another shot as they face off against the Legacies, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. Well, as we were waiting to see the arrival of Kevin Nash and Vader coming out for this matchup, it appears that we found this going on backstage. I have no idea where Kevin Nash is in this situation, but it appears that Randy Orton led the Legacy to attack Vader backstage. Vader doesn't even know what's hitting him right now. There is so much going on around him. These 3 absolutely laying in to the big man. Former ECW World Champion Vader getting pummeled by the Legacy. Where the hell is Kevin? This was supposed to be a tag team matchup. We were supposed to be seeing the chemistry perhaps being worked on between Vader and Kevin Nash, but instead it looks like the Legacy have orchestrated an attack. Vader has absolutely no idea what's hitting him right now. Randy Orton laying him out. And the Legacy mouthing off at the big man after the 3 of them take out Vader backstage. The Legacy looking strong, but why? Why would they target Vader like this? When asked about tonight's matchup, John Cena said he can't wait to focus on the WWE Championship once again. John Cena said there is no failure tonight. He is going to put an end to Kane, put an end to the attacks, put an end to the injuries that Kane is trying to put him through. He is going to stop Kane tonight, and he is going to walk away with a guaranteed spot in Money in the Bank as he gets that one step closer to getting back his WWE Championship. We'll see if John Cena truly can pull that off. Those are some bold claims to be making. Kane has definitely had John Cena's number every single time those guys have crossed paths. Kane awaiting the arrival of John Cena as he comes down the ring. Kane charging out, and once again, things just getting brutal between these guys. Kane says he's got some kind of ties to The Undertaker. John Cena screwed The Undertaker, and he cannot forgive or forget, and he will not until he is completely done with John Cena. I tried to think what it's going to take for him to be done with John Cena.
John Cena. King, what must he be thinking
John
now?
Cena.
Well, he's been on a serious roll as of late, and another win here really has to put him in contention for the WWE Championship. Look at the presence of mind of Kane to reverse it. Goes behind. And that series ends in deadlock. Neither one of these superstars can afford to give their opponent the upper hand. And it looks like we could be heading back into the ring. The big boot connects.
It's a very vicious attack on John Cena right now by the Big Red Machine. Expect a hell of a fight from the both of these two. This is being considered a final mark in the chapter, the story of John Cena and Kane. As once this match is over, the winner will surely have to focus on their Money in the Bank ladder match coming up. They can't really keep this going much longer. This is a very important match. As I said in the past, John Cena has suffered loss after loss to Kane. He really does need to turn things around here tonight. The question is, can he actually even defeat Kane? And I mean that with all due respect to the three-time WWE Champion, but Kane has really been a thorn in his side. He doesn't seem to be able to best him. And right now, I'm not exactly seeing anything that's changing my mind on that. Steel chair in hand, throwing it down.
Painfully intimidating.
Remember, this is Extreme Rules. Anything goes. If Kane wants to beat the hell out of John Cena with a chair for the next 15, 18 minutes, he can. I think things started off rather unfavorably for the three-time WWE Champion John Cena as he was attacked by Kane on his way to the ring, but there has undoubtedly been bad blood between these two for quite some time now. I feel like they're two very combustible elements on the same brand. It's going to be hard to top anything these two throw in that ring right now, if you ask me. Big Kane to the face of Kane. I realized what I was saying as I said it. John Cena finally getting some offense in on the Big Red Machine. He's found something that's going to help him out.
No sane person can do this to another human. I'm not sure there's a human being alive.
Kane likes to see himself as John Cena's karma. John Cena has screwed people over. John Cena has been the enemy of a lot of people for a long time. You know, we won't forget his time as the leader of the crew, and we damn well won't forget the highway robbery that was pulled on Kane's brother, The Undertaker. We won't forget these things. So my question now is there any way for John Cena to bounce back? John Cena's aware of who he is and what he does, and I think he's going to make a lot of enemies, and I feel like once this chapter with Kane is over, we're going to see the exact same John Cena we always see rear its head. You know, he tried being the good guy, the friendly guy, after leaving the crew, after having Mark Henry boot him out of the crew, face first through a car window for that matter. We saw that John Cena, that attempt at being that cookie-cutter good guy. He couldn't do it. He had to go back to his roots. He had to cheat to get back on top. This goes to show that a feud with SmackDown's World Heavyweight Champion The Undertaker can really change a guy. That's not me trying to talk up SmackDown though, for the love of God. Watch Raw. Watch Raw. This is Monday Night Raw. Greatest brand in all of ever.
You can only hope to slow him down. Oh, what a clothesline. John Cena poised ready. He knows what has to be done here tonight.
Vomit on his sweater already. John Cena, arms ready. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous. Something really funny about Kane's like super cartoony fire on his one leg.
Cena controlling the arm. Wow, what a sequence.
Clothesline by Kane as John Cena leaned up on the ropes and Kane dumped over the top.
Well, he's 7 feet tall, but his mean streak is
I feel like one day Kane would make a great WWE champion, but the question is, could he become Mr. Money in the Bank? I don't feel like there'd be a lot of hesitance in a cash-in for someone like Kane. Kane or John Cena, one of these two, will be joining Booker T and Justin Gabriel in the 2011 Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. Both these two, great potential. I said before, when it comes to Money in the Bank, I feel like it really benefits those that kind of need it that little bit more to get their career elevated that little bit. I don't feel like either of these two need that. I feel like if Kane wanted to be in contention for the WWE Championship, he could be facing Randy Orton for the WWE title. In fact, he lost a contenders match to Randy Orton, so maybe not. Whereas John Cena is a 3-time WWE champion. Him being in Money in the Bank, it greatly removes the favorability of a Justin Gabriel or a Booker T, but it does perhaps help John Cena accomplish number 4. The question is, how many more titles can you win before you actually get a good reign out of them? You know, John Cena may be a 3-time WWE champion, but only his first one was anything to write home about, and even then, not really. His third reign is actually the shortest WWE Championship reign thus far in history, 21 days. Just 3 weeks. Won at Extreme Rules, lost it 3 weeks later, or over the limit. John Cena now going to dump Kane right into the crowd. He doesn't care about these fans' safety. He doesn't care about anything like that. John Cena is in this business for John Cena.
It's matches like this that make Monday Night Raw the hottest show on cable TV. Oh, look at the emotion.
Cena now taunting Kane. Okay, we're having a little bit of taunt off. Not sure, why not? And a stare down. Oh, wow, look at this stare down. John Cena with a crutch in hand. Kane going for a ladder, I believe that is. He just slid out, yes. Crutch beats ladder. Who knew? I would like to see Kane win this match personally, just for the fact that we've never seen Kane hold a world championship, and I feel like that's because we've never really seen Kane pursue one. I mean, that's not true. We did see Kane pursue a world championship, actually, back at, oh, when was it? Oh, geez, I don't remember now. Back at, from Elimination Chamber 2010. It's been a long time, that's for sure. Kane driving that grip into the face of John Cena. Could we be forced to see John Cena forced to submit, maybe even pass out? I can't tell. Oh, Cena, I think, slowly forcing the hand out. Okay, camera work. You know how I complimented it on SmackDown for that Rikishi dive? I don't compliment it on here on Raw. The SmackDown cameramen, they know what's up. Kane setting it up. Is he going to climb? Where would he be climbing to? Okay.
That might have silenced at least a few of those voices in Kane's head. Ooh, again with the crutch.
No, that's Randy Orton you're thinking of.
He swung wild with that one. And that one hurt his hand. Oh, launched back into the ring. Straight kick right to the head. Nothing fancy about that.
Kane with a crutch in hand, runs into the ring, drops it. Doesn't really want to use it, let's be honest.
And there's the ladder. What kind of devastation will we see now?
John Cena and Kane back and forth.
Oh, stopped at the last second.
Stopped at the last second.
And we might see someone get assaulted with those heavy steps.
Okay. There you go, you saw someone get assaulted with them.
I don't like this at all. I mean, this kind of treatment is completely uncalled for. Oh, come on, King. This is the big
John
leagues.
Cena falling down, but he's getting back up. And I wonder how much punishment either of these two are going to be able to take. You know, you think this could be the final chapter between these two. John Cena, completely unprofessional there. Exactly the kind of move you can expect from someone like John Cena, though. There is not a lot of respect for anyone in his surroundings at any given time.
And a vicious shot from that Kane. Somebody's got to take that thing away from him. If you want to try, be my guest. And a wicked clothesline.
Big clothesline takes Kane down. John Cena going in for the cover. No way. Not that easy.
Oh, the punch connects. And it looks like we could be heading back into the ring. Oh, what an elbow! That's a cane in his hand.
For Kane and Kane. Kane.
We talk about Cena's guts, his dogged
Cena
determination.
striking away.
Can you believe what he's
Kane
done tonight?
continues to fight back.
Each and every week, Cena, I
This
mean,
match has definitely involved a lot of carnage if you look around the ring. This is what an Extreme Rules match really is.
and he gets escorted back through the ropes. What a nasty elbow.
John Cena, every moment it feels like he's in control. Kane strikes back. Here we see the choke slam straight to hell. That's got to be it for John Cena. He's got to be down and out. No way.
Thus far, this has been a very physical, very intense, anything goes.
From that vice grip across the face by Kane to a choke slam, John Cena is somehow still standing, still fighting this fight.
No disqualification match. Anything goes.
I'll give credit where credit is due. That is very impressive.
Like you and me, he can be hurt. He can be defeated. Well, he may be made of flesh and blood, but he's completely unlike you and me, Michael. There's unquestionably something special about John Cena. I just can't get over the physicality of this match. This has been, oh my gosh, turned inside
Kane now finding that little bit more fight in him. Somehow, John Cena just keeps getting back up. Oh wow, dropkick off the top by Kane. He's pulling everything out of the bag.
You can see the wear and tear that this fight has taken out of these men. Nice reversal. A great reversal by Cena.
Continued exchange of control and offense. John Cena takes Kane to the ring, but you notice Cena now, he's really starting to show those signs of wear and tear, and it's not really a surprise when you think about what Kane has done to Cena in this match. Okay, we both got a weapon in hand, both made of steel. Cena puts the steps down. Kane goes to strike him in the face.
Oh no! Watch out!
Ooh. Went to strike him with that championship belt from a fan there, but Cena was able to reverse it.
Elbow to the nose. And down goes Cena.
Cena is really taking a beating in this matchup.
Pay to win this match. This is unreal. Cena.
Tell you what, if Cena wins this, is he even going to be able to make it to Money in the Bank? Kane is putting in a number on him.
He's putting those educated feet to good use.
He's putting those educated feet to good use, I am being told.
Is always to the point. Clothesline. What's he think he's going to do with that? He was able to reverse that. That'll leave a mark. Ooh. Kane setting it up.
Oh my god. Flat down on the crutch. How much more can John Cena withstand? I mean, at this point, John Cena ain't even fighting back.
He thinks he has it.
He keeps kicking out. He keeps trying to show that resiliency that he's got. But Kane, oh boy, this has got to be it. Onto the steel chair, no less. Good God. That's got to be the end. What? How? Well, then I'm convinced this match is going to win in a time limit draw. And neither of these two are going to be headed to the Money in the Bank ladder match. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not where you want to be when you're up against Kane. You are lucky he showed mercy. Okay, I don't know why that fan had that, but they did. Guitar versus Steel Steps. Steel Steps win. Okay. Learning some lessons today. John Cena seems to be taking back control that little bit. I can't believe that somehow John Cena has managed to withstand so much punishment from Kane in this match. We're 15 minutes deep. We've seen the claw from Kane. We've seen 2 choke slams. We've seen weapon after weapon used. At that point, you know, Steel Steps battered across the face of a bloody John Cena, and he still keeps fighting back. What the hell does it take for this guy to stop? Perhaps we are seeing a little bit of a heart and determination, some kind of fighting spirit from the 3-time WWE champion at play here. Strike to the midsection by Kane and John Cena fighting back. Scooped him up. Oh, right under the steel chair. A big fist drop. Look at the face of John Cena, though. I mean, how do you keep fighting? Where are you fighting this energy from? There are 3 minutes remaining on this match, and then no one wins. Here we go. Attitude adjustment. For the first time in this matchup, John Cena hits his finishing move, and he's not even going for the cover, just throwing down a belt on him, trying everything he can to finish Kane off. No.
Squeezing down on the head. And there's the elbow. Caught the leg. Wow.
Kane kicking him off, and Cena with a clothesline.
Big kick echoing around the arena. Got the arm up.
Kane now, what is this? Ooh, big strike to the chest of John Cena. 2.5 minutes are remaining on the clock, and then neither of these are going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. They've got to find a winner in the next 2 minutes, or else neither of them qualify, and there are 4 open spaces. I'm not even sure Kane is concerned about being in the Money in the Bank ladder match, though. I think tonight he's done... Oh, wow. He's done what he wanted to do, and what he wanted to do was end John Cena.
And the monster reverses it. He's really going for it now. Watch it. Good night. Ouch.
Big strikes across the face of Kane.
Kane controlling the head.
Snapmare into an elbow to the back of the head.
Cena has the arm. Would you listen to this?
Got a minute and a half left. They say, I don't think Kane cares. I think Kane wanted to injure, to shelve John Cena. And I think he's done that. There's no way Cena's going to be able to continue competing on the weekly basis coming out of this match. This has been almost 20 straight minutes of just watching John Cena get his ass handed to him. Sidewalk slam by Kane. Is that going to be enough? Has Cena's body finally given out? No. We are in the final minute of this match. There are just 55 seconds on the clock for John Cena or Kane to pick up a victory and be able to say they're walking into Money in the Bank with a spot. And John Cena reversing that chokeslam, the third chokeslam that it would have been in this match, belly to belly suplex. Cena, ooh, fisherman suplex, high impact. He's starting to find himself in this match now. 19 minutes and a half later. There are only 20 seconds on the clock. Drop kick to the face. Here's another cover attempt by Kane. And Cena still kicks out. Oh, we only got a few seconds left. That's got to be it. 3, 2, 1. This one ends in a time-up. Neither of these two were able to come to a conclusion. John Cena and Kane. Absolutely brutal back and forth battle between these two. This has got to end sometime soon. This has got to end between these two at some point. But right now, I think they need to get John Cena to a hospital. That was rough. He may have started fighting back towards the end, but the moment time gave out, I assure you, we had to cut the cameras. You don't want to see the state John Cena is in. We thank you all for watching this episode of Monday Night Raw. Justin Gabriel, Booker T, both Money in the Bank bound, but still 4 slots open. Raw Roulette, Stephanie McMahon. This has been a very eventful episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week as the road to Money in the Bank continues for the Raw Superstars.